AITA for skipping my stepdaughter's wedding? I'm not the oop. This was posted by you, single year 3855 in our Amethyst hole. Original. The 16th of January 23. AITA for skipping my stepdaughter's wedding? I, 50F, have two stepchildren, Sarah, 23F, and Mike, 28 meters. I have been in their lives since Sarah was 2. Sarah's mom Kate was a drug addict. When Sarah was 3, she lost all her parental rights because of her addiction. Kate left after that and didn't have any contact until Sarah was 17. That's when Kate reached out to us saying she was clean and wanted a relationship with the kids. My husband Rob was against this, but I wanted to give her a chance. We met with her and it turns out she had been clean for a while, going to therapy, and had a decent job. Mike was against meeting her, and to this day insists I'm his only mom and Kate is dead to him. Sarah was more open to Kate and resented Mike for rejecting her. I explained that Mike was older and witnessed Kate at her worst, so he has a different relationship with her, while Sarah only remembers her after getting clean. This issue still caused a lot of resentment between them and me. Kate blamed me for Mike being hostile and resented me. It didn't help that Sarah started rejecting me for Kate. She stopped spending time with me no matter what I did and stopped calling me mom. I told her how hurt I was. How she didn't have to choose. She could have us both. I never had an issue with Sarah and Kate. I only had an issue with being rejected. Sarah told me that while she appreciated me, at the end of the day Kate was her and Mike's real mom. This crushed me. The final straw was when she didn't invite me to her high school graduation. I told her if she didn't want to be my daughter then fine. From then on she would be my husband's kid. Mike is NC with her as well. 3 months ago she came over with her fiancé, who we didn't even know existed, to invite us to their wedding. She said she wanted me at the bridal party but I refused. I told her we hadn't had a relationship in years because of her wishes. And it felt uncomfortable for me to take on that role when I barely knew her now. She said she was sorry. I told her I wasn't interested. She got angry and said I had to be there because, and I quote, "What are people gonna think when both my brother and my dad's wife aren't there? Gramps, paternal grandfather, is gonna get pissed off too." I told her she clearly didn't want me there and only cared about appearances and being on her Gramps' good side. He's rich. I am not coming, nor am I having a relationship with her. She started crying and begging for forgiveness, but it felt like crocodile tears to me. After she left she kept texting me trying to get me to change my mind. On the day of the wedding, she texted that she was gonna leave an empty seat for me and that I was welcome anytime if I changed my mind. I still didn't go. Rob is mad at me, saying I ruined his daughter's wedding and made her cry. That all she wanted was me there and this was a chance to fix our family. Mike, who is also NC with her, is on my side. #verdict NTA. Update. The 16th of January 23. Update AITA for skipping my stepdaughter's wedding? So I would like to clarify a few things. Sarah's relationship with Mike is NC because she couldn't accept his decision to cut Kate off. At first, Mike didn't support Sarah and Kate, but I sat them both down. I told them both of them have very different relationships with Kate. Mike remembers Kate as an addict while Sarah only remembers clean Kate, and both of them are entitled to their view of Kate. Mike accepted this and was okay with Kate, but Sarah couldn't accept it. She couldn't reconcile addict Kate with clean Kate, so she refused to believe Mike and downplayed a lot of this trauma. Sarah said things like, "It wasn't that bad. It was not her fault. She was sick. She gave you life. You owe her," etc. By the time Sarah was 19, their relationship became in as NC. Kate also couldn't accept this and blamed me for Mike not wanting to talk to her. Regarding the wedding, Sarah reached out to me 3 months before the wedding, even though they had been engaged for a year, saying she wanted to come over. We said yes and she came with her fiancé, who we didn't even know existed. Apparently, they had been together for 3 years. When I say she apologized, I meant she said, "I am sorry you feel that way," which to her was an apology, but to me, it's not. She also referred to me as dad's wife, as in, what would people say if my dad's wife isn't there? Not even stepmom. Dad's wife. She also mentioned her paternal grandfather a lot and how angry he would be. In the 2 months leading up to the wedding, she texted me to change my mind, but all she talked about was the wedding will be ruined, grandpa will be mad, etc. Once the wedding happened, she blocked me everywhere. I found out today her fiancé blocked me too, even though I don't follow him. I only messaged him on Instagram because he has a public profile, but I have been blocked. Same thing with Facebook, even though we aren't friend on there. She clearly wasn't genuine in her attempts to reconcile. And even if she was, it doesn't mean I am obligated to respond. She was 18 when she stopped calling me mom. 19 when she went NC with Mike and doubled down on her decision. A decision she has held on to for 6 years total. She made her choice. Just because she's young doesn't make her entitled to forgiveness or a relationship with me. Reminder, I'm not the oop. Oop was right not to go. Her husband telling Oop she ruined the wedding. Needs to rethink who raised his kids and where he went wrong as the dad. Oop never kept bio mom from her and raised her for 15 years. Sarah goes no contact and bio mom is the best. But you need to show up so Pop isn't pissed at the bride. So she can stay in the will. Someone cuts you out of their life for 6 years and expects you to play nice for grandfather's money. Can just F off. Oop and Mike at least see the truth that Sarah is a brat. It's funny how dad was on stepdaughter's side when it sounds like she hadn't kept in touch with him either. What's the update? It just seems like a more detailed version of the original. What happened after the wedding? Was anything resolved? How does Rob justify his daughter's rejection of his now wife? She is his daughter, but they both raised her, and she blew off 15 years of parenting? Not a fan of Sarah in that context. Sarah said things like, "It wasn't that bad. It was not her fault. She was sick." This here, with Sarah downplaying her brother's trauma? Trash. Utter trash. She can have a relationship with her birth mother, but she can't force others to do so. Gosh, I feel bad for Mike, especially BC. God knows what he must be gone through with his mother out of view of their dad. Like, I still remember the one story of a very young kid trying desperately to feed his baby sister, while his mother was going off the deep end and his father came home in horror to that. Mike's sister had zero right to dictate to him what was true or false. What's the bet? Gramps wants the relationship fixed up, otherwise Sarah gets none of his money if he's that rich? Oop was right in saying she didn't mean it. Once the wedding happened and Gramps didn't see Oop there, she lost her chance at seeing some of that money. Sounds like daughter and fiancé are a match. Or fiancé is a doormat. Wow, feel sorry for this woman. Oh noes, consequence of my action! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Oh noes! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. So, Grandpa probably knows what Oop did for the family. Likes her and therefore thinks Sarah has a decent relationship with her. And now he learned his grandkid is in awe. And the husband is probably afraid of his dad. I mean, what was Sarah expecting? I wonder how long the bio mom will stay clean, since she clearly is still blaming everyone but herself for her problems. I feel so much for Oop and the father. They did all they could and still lost. I know Kate has issues, but in the end she seems very manipulative. Wow, my actions have consequences. Good on ya, mom. Every fact she put in this is against the stepdaughter. And the updates, clarifications just add to the stepdaughter's bad look. Not sure why she even brought this to the internet. Something that jumps out at me is, why is Oop sitting those kids down and talking to them about their bio mom? Feels like that should be the dad's job to me. 5 years ago, if Sarah had posted to AITA that her stepmom was not welcoming to the bio mom she had reconnected with, I bet there would have been a number of people telling her to do what she did. Go and see with the stepmom. They wouldn't mention that this is an example of what can happen after the girl wants to reconnect, whether it is for granddad's money or not. But the person she cut off doesn't want to. That's not an update, it's just clarification.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.